New York Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis joins me now to talk more about this. Explain to us how the migrant crime data request, your migrant crime data request, has gone unanswered thus far by the NYPD.
Yeah, I've been trying to get this information from the Adams administration since October of last year, and we've had to go to a Freedom of Information law request, and they've postponed it now 3 times, refusing to disclose to the public the arrests of migrants at these shelters who committed crimes. We know as of last year, it was about 1,200 arrests that were made, and that has certainly skyrocketed because almost every day you're reading about a crime committed, whether it's robbery or a more heinous crime like rape or even stabbings and murders that have been committed here in the city. So we want the Adams administration to be transparent. Let us know, let the public know the damage you have done by forcing taxpayers to fund these shelters so individuals who are members of gangs and other criminals can wreak havoc on our city.
I want to take a look at some headlines, some crime headlines, migrant crime headlines that people really need to read and see to believe. Newsweek. Okay, and I quote, notorious Venezuelan gang targeting kids with recruitment drive in New York City. New York Post, Venezuelan migrant with ties to Nicaragua grins after being arrested in lewd robbery of New York City protester. Can we put that picture up on the screen and take a look at this piece of garbage? Let's put it up, please. This person is clearly proud of the fact that he is beating the system. He's taking advantage of the system. The system has allowed immigrants like this, criminals, into this country repeatedly. And at this point, we're a laughing stock. It's a joke. It's an actual joke. We are a joke. What is going to change under the Trump administration, do you believe, to turn this around?
Well, first of all, the current Biden-Harris policy is that Customs and Border Protection have to release these individuals into our interior. So many of these people that have been arrested were caught at the border, but Biden and his administration forced CBP to let them go. And so they've lied to Americans when they say these individuals were vetted. Number two, President Trump has made very clear he's going to shut down this border. He's going to put our national security first, so no more unvetted individuals are coming into our interior. And he's using every tool in the toolbox that he has to make sure that our neighboring countries cooperate with us. And it should go beyond that. We should be using our leverage and trade policy and trade preference policies with other countries who are allowing this type of activity. Nicaragua is a perfect example, profiting off individuals coming through their country to make their way to the southern border by charging them a fee. So I commend President Trump for saying on day one he's already started to put the pieces in place to go after the drug cartels, to stop this human trafficking, and then let's find those 300,000 children that we don't know where they are, most likely in some type of sex trafficking or child labor situation, and let's try to save them. But I think first and foremost, we need to secure the border and then rid our city and our country of the people wreaking havoc on our streets.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, obviously illegal immigration has gotten completely out of control, but what's also gotten out of control is the messaging from the Democratic Party that have basically incited these threats that are now happening to these administration picks by President Trump in his cabinet, where there have been numerous orchestrated threats on their cabinet. This is the very latest, and literally yesterday, I just remember more and more names trickling in. Everyone here has been targeted. Every one of these people, their families have been targeted. Lee Zeldin was targeted, his family threatened. They're all safe. Thank God security's been on top of it. But these are not yet they're elected, but they're nominated, but they're not necessarily serving yet. So they don't have the protection that typical, presidential administration service members have at this point. So they're relying on local law enforcement to protect them. What do you say to local law enforcement and also to the Democrats who have basically incited this kind of violence?
Well, to our law enforcement, we say thank you. Thank you for putting the safety of our community and all these individuals first. The reality is we are in a difficult time in this country, and we can never allow the violence, the political violence, and the tactics that are used in other countries where so many immigrants that are here now have fled to escape. That can never happen here in the United States. And so I have confidence that the Trump administration will come in and make sure our law enforcement is putting the safety of our government officials first and foremost, and more importantly, finding these individuals that are behind these threats and making the arrest to get them off the street so they can't commit any type of crimes. I thank my colleagues for serving, and it's always very difficult to have these types of threats, and I wish them and their families well. But you know what? They are willing to put everything at stake to serve this country and make sure it is corrected and put on the right path.
Thank you for the work you do as well. Nicole Malliotakis, appreciate you having time on your Thanksgiving to come talk to us about this very important matter. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.